Have you ever wondered why some elderly people prefer solitude over making new friends? Is it loneliness, or is it a conscious choice? Most of us assume that seniors who don't socialize must be lonely or unhappy. But what if that's not the case at all? What if staying away from social circles is actually their way of protecting their peace, prioritizing their well-being, or even embracing a life of true independence? In this video, we'll explore 6 surprising reasons why many elderly individuals choose not to make new friends or socialize. Some of these reasons may challenge everything you thought you knew about aging and loneliness. So stay with me until the end. Let's get started. Reason number 1, they've been betrayed too many times. As people age, they carry with them not just memories, but also the scars of past relationships. Many elderly individuals have experienced deep betrayals, friends who turned their backs on them, family members who took advantage of their kindness, or people they trusted who ultimately let them down. Over time, these experiences can create a sense of caution, making them more reluctant to open up to new people. Imagine an elderly woman named Margaret. In her younger years, she had a close friend she confided in, someone she trusted with her deepest fears, joys, and struggles. But one day, that friend betrayed her, spreading her secrets and turning others against her. The pain of that experience never fully faded, and as the years passed, Margaret found it harder to trust again. Now, she prefers to keep to herself, rather than risk being hurt once more. For many seniors, socializing isn't just about meeting new people. It's about deciding whether the risk of emotional pain is worth it. After a lifetime of lessons, they become more selective about who they let into their world. To outsiders, it may seem like isolation, but for them, it's self-preservation. When trust has been broken too many times, solitude can feel like the safest choice. Reason number 2, socializing feels exhausting. As people age, their energy levels naturally decline. What once felt effortless, going out with friends, attending social gatherings, or even just chatting over coffee, can now feel like a chore. For many elderly individuals, socializing isn't just about being present. It requires emotional and physical energy that they may no longer have in abundance. Conversations, especially with new people, can feel overwhelming. Keeping up with discussions, remembering details, and responding quickly can become mentally draining. Small talk, which once felt natural, now seems unnecessary or even exhausting. Some seniors find themselves nodding along in conversations they don't truly enjoy, just to be polite. Eventually, they start to wonder, is all this effort even worth it? Instead of forcing themselves into social situations that leave them feeling drained, many elderly individuals choose to conserve their energy for things that truly matter to them, whether it's spending time with close family, enjoying a quiet hobby, or simply resting. To younger people, this might look like withdrawal or loneliness, but for seniors, it can be a way of protecting their peace and prioritizing their well-being. Reason number 3, they value their peace more than company. After decades of navigating life's ups and downs, work stress, family responsibilities, personal hardships, many elderly individuals reach a point where they crave peace more than social interaction. They've spent years dealing with the chaos of life, constantly surrounded by people, conversations, and obligations. Now, in their later years, they finally have the freedom to slow down, and for many, solitude feels like a gift rather than a burden. Take Mr. Johnson, an 80-year-old man who once had a house full of noise, children running around, friends dropping by unannounced, and family gatherings that lasted for hours. In his younger years, he loved the energy, the laughter, and the sense of connection. But as time passed, he began to appreciate the beauty of stillness. Now, he finds more joy in a quiet afternoon with a book, the sound of birds outside his window, and the simple pleasure of drinking his coffee without interruptions. To him, peace is more valuable than mindless chatter or social obligations. For many seniors, it's not that they dislike people. It's that they've learned to cherish their own company. They no longer feel the pressure to engage in every conversation or attend every social gathering. Instead, they embrace the serenity that comes with solitude. To outsiders, this may look like isolation, but in reality, it's a conscious choice to prioritize their own happiness and well-being over unnecessary social interaction. Reason number 4. Friends keep disappearing. One of the harshest realities of aging is watching friends slowly disappear. Some move away to be closer to their families, others drift apart over time, and sadly, many pass away. As the years go by, the circle of familiar faces grows smaller and smaller. For many elderly individuals, making new connections starts to feel pointless when they've already said goodbye to so many loved ones. Imagine a woman in her late 70s, sitting in her living room, flipping through an old photo album. Each picture holds a memory, a childhood best friend, a neighbor she used to chat with every morning, a dear companion from her younger days. But as she turns the pages, she realizes that most of those people are no longer around. The thought of forming new friendships only to lose them again feels exhausting and even painful. Rather than opening herself up to that cycle of loss, she chooses to keep to herself. For many seniors, socializing doesn't carry the same excitement it once did. The effort of meeting new people, forming bonds, and investing in relationships feels overwhelming when they know that sooner or later they may have to say goodbye again. To them, solitude becomes a way of protecting their hearts from the pain of repeated loss. It's not that they don't appreciate companionship, it's that they've come to accept that with age, goodbyes become far more common than hellos. Reason number 5. They no longer feel the need for approval. In youth, friendships often serve as a source of validation. People seek approval from their peers, wanting to fit in, be liked, and feel a sense of belonging. Social circles can shape identity and influence decisions, but as people age, they start to realize something important. They no longer need anyone else's approval to feel whole. Many seniors have already lived through decades of social expectations, peer pressures, and the need to keep up appearances. Now, they've reached a stage in life where they prioritize self-contentment over social obligations. They don't feel the need to impress others, attend every gathering, or maintain friendships out of politeness. Instead, they focus on what truly makes them happy, whether that's spending time alone, engaging in personal hobbies, or simply enjoying life at their own pace. Take Mr. Reynolds, a retired 75-year-old man. In his younger years, he attended every event, made countless acquaintances, and always worried about what others thought of him. But now, he prefers the peace of his garden over small talk at a social gathering. He no longer feels pressured to maintain friendships just for the sake of appearances. His happiness comes from within, not from external validation. For many elderly individuals, socializing isn't a necessity anymore. It's an option. And for those who have found contentment in their own company, choosing solitude doesn't mean loneliness. It simply means they've learned to appreciate life on their own terms. Reason number 6. They have different priorities now. As people grow older, their priorities shift. The things that once seemed important socializing, making new friends, keeping up with social circles, often take a back seat to more personal and meaningful pursuits. Many elderly individuals choose to focus on their family, their health, or hobbies they've always loved but never had enough time for. At this stage in life, socializing is no longer a top priority. It's simply an option, not a necessity. Take Mrs. Thompson, a 75-year-old woman who spent most of her life attending social gatherings, meeting new people, and keeping up with friendships. But now, she finds more joy in tending to her garden, reading her favorite books, and taking quiet walks in the morning. She no longer feels the need to attend every event or go out just for the sake of socializing. Instead, she chooses to spend her time in ways that bring her real fulfillment. For many seniors, the idea of forming new friendships isn't as appealing as it once was. They would rather focus on maintaining their health, spending time with their grandchildren, or pursuing personal passions they've put off for years. This doesn't mean they don't appreciate companionship. It just means that their definition of a fulfilling life has changed. At this stage, they prioritize what truly matters to them, and if that means fewer social interactions, so be it. Conclusion. As we've seen, many elderly individuals choose solitude not because they're lonely, but because they've found peace, contentment, and new priorities in life. Whether it's protecting their energy, avoiding betrayal, or simply cherishing quiet moments, their decision to step back from socializing is often a conscious and deeply personal one. Now, we want to hear from you. If you believe solitude in old age is a natural and wise choice, comment 9 below. But if you think socializing is still important no matter the age, comment 0 and tell us why. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom on aging and life's lessons. Until next time, take care and stay happy.